Welcome to my draft analysis for a league known as Throwback. It is a Gen 5 base league, so kinda like my Gen 4 league, except this league isn't owned by me, meaning it's much less likely to die like a Gen 4 league did. If you're wondering why I've been absent, which I'm assuming none of you are, it's because my computer died and I'm just now getting back into YouTube again. Anyways, let's get into draft analysis. Now then, I was originally gonna try and draft Hale, but I got completely screwed over round 1. The owner of the league, Mega Oshawott, drafted Abomasnow, the only fully evolved Hail setter, and I really did not want to have to use Snover to get my Hail. I'm not building my team around Snover. So I picked Ninetales. I was pretty late in the draft, so the fact that there was any weather left when it got to me honestly kind of surprises me. But Sun was the only weather that wasn't taken, and to be honest, I wanted to burn Abomasnow alive. If I can't have it, I'm gonna burn it to the ground. Like a tree it is. Now, its move pool is kind of barren, but just the fact that it gets Drought is a massive buff. Absolutely incredible for it. Benefits its fire type moves, a few of the mons on the team. Solar Beam is absolutely fantastic. I've yet to do any calculating to it, but I'm assuming Fire Gem boosted Fire Blast is insanely powerful, and because weather is permanent when summoned by abilities in this gen, I don't have to worry about having to bring Heat Rock. Gives me a nice base 100 speed tier, decent special bulk, although it's only really doesn't have anything for recovery, because much to my surprise it does not get Morning Sun. Oh, also gets Nasty Plot. Foul Play can be useful in some situations. Overall, I feel this is a pretty solid Pokemon. Even Calm Mind. Plenty of decent support and utility options along with... let's see. I could see myself using Natural Gift a few times, despite that awful attack stat, which honestly ain't that much lower than its special attack. What else does it get? I don't see anything else I haven't mentioned. Maybe I'm missing something obvious. Now then, I know this is probably a bit early to pick Venusaur since I got Ninetales. Not likely anyone else wanted Sun at that point, because only other fully evolved Sunsetter was Vulpix. I mean, not fully evolved. Only other Sunsetter at all was Vulpix, which... yeah, no way anyone wanted that. But I didn't really plan out the rest of my draft, so I picked this a bit early since I knew I wanted this. Benefits greatly from Drought, and to be honest, I'm probably never going to run Overgrow because of Drought. Anyway, oh yeah, and I just realized this is a returning member from our CBL team, the Gen 4 League, as none of y'all probably remember. I don't know if I mentioned this, but we can only want one gem per battle, but we can use a gem on any team member. So, much to my surprise, having a gem on this did not come back to bite me in my week 1. Anyways, gets Earthquake to hit monsters as Heat Drain, it gets Giga Drain and Solar Beam, 2 fantastic grass type moves. Solar Beam being an absolute nuke, and Giga Drain healing up Life Orb recoil, or recoil in general. I believe it gets Growth also, if I remember correctly. Yes, which is absolutely insane in Sun, which I have a bulk to set that up. That's a pretty decent natural bulk, not gonna lie. Gets Sludge Bomb, which is nice for hitting opposing grass types. Outrage for dragon types, which are absolutely fucking insane in this. incredibly absurd. Oh, I forgot, Leaf Storm stronger this generation. No, I don't think I'm ever gonna really use that though. Synthesis is nice for recovery. Let's see. What else does this really get? Not much. It gets Weather Bow, but I think that isn't compatible with Chlorophyll. Oh. I'll be sure to keep that in mind. Let's see, anything else? It gets screens. Well, light screen at least. And that seems to be it. Overall, incredible speed in the sun. Okay speed. Outside of it, decent natural bulk. Okay power. Moving on. And back to the snipes. Pretty much everyone in this draft got sniped repeatedly. Except, if I'm not mistaken, the owner of the league. Snipes me, barely gets sniped back. I was originally going to go Mamoswine because I feel Mamoswine is absolutely fantastic on Sun teams. Get sniped. I was going to pick Latias because I realized somehow it made it to round 3, despite being one of the absolute best Pokemon in the format, and its typing greatly benefits Sun teams. It got sniped, so I picked something else that I feel benefits Sun teams. Starmie. Another returning member from our CBL team. First off, this speed tier. Fantastic. Incredible. Another base 100 special attack mon. It can run bulky, but I don't really expect it. Benefits from many various items. Okay, water psychic typing that kind of works well with Venusaur. 2 fantastic abilities in the form of Natural Cure and Analytic, this one being nice for taking any sort of like Thunder Waves that might threaten my other threats, like Venusaur for example. And Analytic is being fantastic for any time the opponent switches out. Now then, I know a water type on Sun isn't necessarily the best for like an offensive water on Sun isn't the best due to the fact that it halves water type moves, but I feel as if with Psychic Stab and Volt Beam, it'll rarely be missed, and I feel like having a Rapid Spinner is pretty important for a Sun team due to the obvious Stealth Rock's weakness of Ninetales. It also gets Recover, Power Gem, Grass Knot. Hydro Pump can be nice if I don't bring Sun. It gets both screens, unlike Venusaur. Gets Psychic and Psyshock, once again, great. It gets Reflect type, which can be nice for certain occasions. Maybe Signal Beam every now and again. Trick, Thunder Wave. Fantastic move pool, and it just has so much to work with, honestly. Once again, Natural Gift. I seem to have this strange addiction to Natural Gift in leagues. Every time I team build, I want to use Natural Gift, but I usually cannot find a reason to use it. Trick Room, but I don't really see myself using too much Trick Room, but I do have some pretty slow Pokemon. Whirlpool, if I ever feel I need to be a dick and run a trapping set. Overall, pretty solid mon. Also gets Flash Cannon, but since fairies don't exist in Gen 5, I don't see myself really using this. Overall, pretty solid mon. Glad to have it on the team. Next, if I remember correctly, dragons were going pretty quickly. And I kind of wanted to get Haxorus. First off, awesome shiny, just want to say that. But this mon is an absolute beast. It destroys lives. Mold Breaker can come in handy a lot. Insane attack stat. Absolutely insane. Look at this. Look at this. This is not normal. This is not normal. This should not be a thing at all. Okay, speed for Dragon Dancer, but I wish it had a few more points to outspeed base 100 speed mons. But I don't really mind it since this is more like a wall breaker in my opinion, like break walls so another mon can clean up. But it can definitely sweep it by itself in some cases. Works well with the fact that I believe I have screens on. No, Ninetales does not get screens, but at least got some screens in these two. Let's see. Sword stance. Outrage is insane in this. Outrage pretty much makes it required. 100% required to get a steel type. Also kind of the same with Draco Meteor. Which is honestly pathetic coming off of this, but who knows, I might use it. Facade can come in handy, but I don't think I'll ever use it. Actually, I no longer need a move for fairy type, so I think I'll be more likely to use it now. I don't think I'll ever be using Home Claws, but I might find an excuse to use it. Earthquake. Shadow Claw. Sword Stance. Taunt. Taunt is nice. I approve of this. Superpower. What else could I find myself using quite a bit? Anyway, other than the previously mentioned moves, I don't see much. I just know Lumberry Outrage. Gonna be nice. Absolutely insane. Also has decent bulk for setting up. Anyways, next is Mon. I am so glad to not get sniped for me because I feel like it benefits Sun Team so much. That Thick Fat. That special bolt plus Thick Fat lets it take on a lot of fire types that otherwise benefit from Ninetales Sun. Also hits like a truck. Incredible special sponge. And has a number of sets and Banded, Curse, never mind, Assault Vest and Gluttony aren't really as... Assault Vest doesn't exist and Gluttony isn't as good as it is, never mind, but it has Assault Vest, Curse, and with how many moves it has, I could definitely see myself finding some sort of unique stuff to do. It has a typical coverage, fire coverage to benefit from Sun. It has several good normal type moves, such as Body Slam, Return, Frustration, Self-Destruct, which I want to use at some point really badly. Double Edge, although I don't really like a recoil when Return and Frustration are almost as strong anyways. Gets fighting coverage in the form of Brick Break, Focus Punch. Doesn't get anything else. Superpower. Always forget about Superpower on this. Gunk Shot. Although I think I'm just going to be using Flamethrower or something every week anyways. Heavy Slam and Earthquake for rock types. Ice Punch for mons like Landorus. Seed Bomb for water types. Rock Slide. Wild Charge. Also good for water types. And the recoil isn't as big as a deal with this mon. Zen Headbutt, nice for other grass poison types. What else? Belly Drum. I want to use this at some point, but I don't think I'll find an opportunity. What else? It gets counter. Maybe I'll use that. That's always a sort of a gimmick move to have. What else? Natural Gift. Always good. Always great. Love this move. Overall, it doesn't seem to have much else, but what it does have is a lot of moves, a lot of stats, great ability for the team, ghost immunity. Overall, great. Another mon I was excited to pick up was Zoroark, a mon I've been wanting to draft for a while, but never found a great opportunity. This thing is an excellent mixed attacker, although unfortunately it does not get Sludge Bomb in this because the event hasn't happened yet, by the time of Gen 5 at least. But an Illusion Dark type is something I really like for some teams because it lets you take on a lot of mons that would otherwise be an issue for Venusaur, like luring a lot of those mons, which is something I'm definitely going to be trying to make use of, but it's going to become predictable eventually. Excellent move pool, although I do kind of wish it had Sludge Bomb just so it'd be harder to tell the difference between Venusaur and Zoroark. But it gets Flamethrower, absolutely great for, what's it called? Both getting benefited from the sun and hitting the various steel types. Focus Blast doesn't hit steel types as hard as Flamethrower, but it's still nice for hitting other dark types, of course. Gets Knockoff isn't really that good in this, although it can be used on more support-based mods. Foul Play could be useful, but I don't see myself using it over other moves. Dark Pulse, great stab. Extra Sensory can come in handy at times. Memento, I'll probably be sure to use this. Honestly, now that I'm actually doing a draft analysis, I'm beginning to like my team a bit more. Nasty Plot. If I set up Nasty Plot with this, if I play it right, Nasty Plot could just win games on its own with like Dark Pulse, Focus Blast, Flamethrower. It also gets Night Slash, which I guess is its only real physical dark type move to make use of, with Knockoff being a bit Although I guess I could see myself using Pursuit quite a bit. That's pretty nice. Pursuit Trapper. Sucker Punch. Oh god, how could I forget about Sucker Punch? Duh. It's so much better than Night Slash, who am I kidding? Taunt, Toxic, Trick, U-Turn, Swords Dance. I feel as if this is going to be something that might catch people off guard, or something that's going to be obvious. Either way, I'm looking forward to both Swords Dance and Nasty Plot Zoroark. Another thing I could do is like, what else? Night Daze is kind of nice because it's slightly stronger than Dark Pulse and has a has a 40% chance lower accuracy, but it gives away immediately that this is Zoroark. Although I don't really have much on my team to kind of fool the opponent. Snarl could be nice at times. What else? And yeah, I think that would be pretty much it for Zoroark. Now next is Mon that I decided to get whenever I was sniped a Mamoswine. And it's Mon I was really looking forward to use on the team. Because once again, having two thick fat users I think will be coming very handy. And also it has excellent stab combination. Got Icicle Crash in Gen 5. Icicle Spear is nice. Oh, also gets screens. Did not know that. It's a bulky rock setter, especially with Eviolite. This thing is incredibly bulky with Eviolite. Kind of relies on it, but who knows. If I didn't trade it, spoilers, I would have probably maybe tried Band or Life Orb at some point. Overall, pretty good mon, but I don't feel much need to go over it. Adding the fact that it kills dragons, is a ground type, has thick fat, gets rocks, that's pretty much it. For why I wanted to go over Permafrost here, but unfortunately, I realized after I finished the draft that I only had one spinner. And since Defog doesn't remove hazards in Gen 5, and I had some Rock Rake Mons, some Mons with Sturdy, and a lot of Mons that are hit pretty hard but that don't like spikes. And I wanted another spinner, that way I wouldn't basically be forced to run Rapid Spin Starmie all the time. So I dropped this mon that I've been wanting to use so much, and got another ground type that I felt could kind of fit the team, and that's Sandslash. It gives me a rock resist who isn't weak to ground, unlike Aggron, who isn't Throw, who I feel like I might be using this a decent amount, but I don't want to rely on that as my rock resist. Also has Sand Rush, which is a nice ability. Great physical bulk, awful special bulk. So much less specially bulky than this. Sand Rush is nice for I think 2 sand teams that are in the league. But overall, bulky, sets up rocks. Earthquake, always nice. Since I'm probably going to be using this more defensively, I guess knockoff is decent. But honestly, its move pool isn't the best, but it has some pretty decent options. Kind of like Excadrill, but without the steel typing. Orca base 135 attack stat, or I think base 88 speed. Why the hell did we allow Excadrill in this? Seriously, whoever has this, who I know for a fact has Hippopotas, but I can't quite remember the actual team name. I mean, the actual coach. Whoever has Excadrill is going to win this league. Hands down. But overall, doesn't have much in terms of moves, but it has enough to get by. Sad to let you go, Permafrost, but I'm sure someone else will pick you up and use you to completely destroy my entire team. Now, I needed to get some more ground immunities. I was sniped of Magneton because everyone got sniped a lot in this except Kiona. And probably somebody else I'm forgetting. But basically, me and a few others kept getting sniped over and over. And one turn before I was going to pick Magneton, something that fulfills two important typings I was missing. Magneton got sniped. But instead, we got another mon I kind of like, and it also gives me a ground immunity, something I kind of needed. I really need a ground immunity. Gets Flamethrower and Fire Punch to make use of Sun. Gives me a slow Volt Switch and U-turn. Thunderbolt is always great. Superpower, Light Screen, Giga Drain and Grass Knot are nice. So is Drain Punch and Dragon moves. Coil, I could see myself running that. What else? It gets Acid Spray. I really like this move a lot. I'm gonna probably find some opportunities to use it. Gastro Acid can be nice in some opportunities. Let's see. Charge Beam, who knows, I might find a chance to set up, but with this low speed, it's going to be a bit difficult to make any real use of. I was going to say Magnet Rise, but I realized, wait, it gets Levitate, so no weaknesses. I think only 2 resistances, but at least it only has 1 weakness. Thunder, maybe if I'm not bringing Ninetales for whatever reason and my opponent has Rain, I could make use of Stab Thunder. But other than that, good, decent mod. Decent coverage options. Slow Volt Switch and U-turner to get in mods like Haxorus or Venusaur. Overall decent. Next, I got another ground immunity who I feel could really make use of the fact that we're allowing gems in this league to make use of Unburden. Also, it gets the special equivalent of Guts, Flare Boost, so that could be nice if I ever need a status absorber who isn't Duro. Anyways, you got Acrobatics, great with Unburden, along with Shadow Ball, Hex, Haze, Explosion, Clear Strong, maybe Calm Mind. I forget the Baton Pass rules. I'm going to have to look up on that, because that could be decent. I don't think I can pass Unburden Boost though. I'm going to have to test that out as well. Magic Code, I like this. Pain Spit, I guess, if I want to run a bulky set. Tailwind, if I ever need extra speed, but don't want to have to rely on Scarf or Chlorophyll. Memento, again, great move, along when combined with the fact I have a decent amount of setup sweepers. Psychic is decent coverage, I guess. Sucker Punch for priority. Thunderbolt, Trick, Will-O-Wisp, Toxic. I believe it gets some other decent moves down in this section. Natural Gift. Oh, so close to bringing this week 1, like Natural Gift fighting for my opponent who had an Audino. Let's see, you got Silverwind. Actually, I don't know why I'm even mentioning that. I'm probably never going to use that. Overall, Weather Ball, another decent fire combo when combined with Ninetales' Sun. Overall, decent mon. Oh, also, for some reason, some of the ghost types are a higher tier, which in turn means more expensive than they should be. So, I was kind of screwed in that regard. because I felt like I would need a lower tier ghost type more. Yet pretty much all of them were too expensive for me. So I just went with Drift Brand, which since it was one of the only low tier ghost types left, I felt like it was gonna go really quickly if I didn't get it. Because I know a lot of people were complaining about not many low tier ghost types. Oh, also has incredible HP, which I might make use of, but I don't see myself being likely to use it since I've drafted it for offensive purposes, and it kind of has pretty abysmal defenses, but overall pretty decent. Next, I was torn between Kling Klang and Aggron for my low tier steel, because I still kind of need a steel after Magneton got sniped. I was gonna go Kling Klang. Appreciates how I can create plenty of setup opportunities, not to mention the fact that it, unlike Aggron, doesn't have 4 times weaknesses to fighting and ground, 2 of the best types, I feel. Fighting is incredible in Gen 5, and then there's also the fact that ground, Earthquake is everywhere, and a lot of dragon types get ground type coverage, but I felt like this thing's move pool, the ability to better take out rages, and the fact that it can actually set up rocks, if I'm not mistaken, yes, is overall one out over Kling Klang. Also has Sturdy, Rockhead, and Heavy Metal. I feel like these abilities are pretty great. Sturdy, letting you live any one hit, that could come in handy at times. Rockhead, pairing well with Heavy Smash. And Heavy Metal, pairing so well with Heavy Slam. Seriously, these 2 moves I feel I'm going to spam a lot. More so this one. But this one at times as well. Gets plenty of coverage. Better than what you'd expect from a typical Steel Rock type. Or Steel type in general, for that matter. Actually, I think a lot of Steels have decent coverage, but that's besides the point. Magnet Rise, if I ever predict a switch, I guess I could use this. Metal Burst, I could maybe use that again. Self-explanatory. Overall, I think that's pretty decent. Next, I was torn between the bulk, slight more bulk when considering Eviolite, Priority, and Mach Punch, and the fact that Girder gets Drain Punch, and this, which has a pretty similar move pool other than the fact that it gets Circle Throw, and some of the moves that make Girder so good in my opinion aren't really a thing with this. But ultimately, I decided to go with Throw since it was less likely to get sniped, and B, I really don't like having to rely on Eviolite, where I feel like I could run multiple items with this, like Leftovers, Band, maybe Chesto Resto, although I kind of like Rest Talk, Guts, use Sleep to get that pretty high boost. Overall, pretty decent bulky status absorber, gets some dark, ground, and rock coverage to use to handle fighting types' main issues. Circle Throw, if I'm not mistaken, is exclusive to Throw, and it's a pretty good facing move, honestly. Bulk Up is nice, Body Slam for paralysis, Ice Punch, Stone Edge, of course. Storm Throw always results in a critical hit, but I think I'll just stick to Circle Throw or other fighting stat for that matter. What else could I see myself using quite a bit of? Oh, Revenge is pretty strong on this, just because of how slow it is. It's often going to get hit first, kind of like Payback Machamp in Gen 4, except with Stab this time. But I'll likely be using Payback a decent amount as well as my dark move of choice. Overall, I just feel like it's pretty decent. Overall. Facade boost, Guts boosted Facade. Almost forgot to mention that. That is going to be great. Absolutely great. Anyways, that's enough for this week, so I'll just leave it at here. I believe first we are going up against Dew, who has Hydreigon and Lucario. a Dragon, which has no switch-ins, Lucario, diverse Mon, in terms of, like, how it could beat your face in. Also, great typing. Justified is also scary. Oh, and it has a lot of priority moves. Nidoqueen, pretty self-explanatory. Pretty good Mon with its decent typing that's pretty unique. Great ability in sheer force. In some cases, you even find opportunities to use Poison Point. Stealth Rocks, incredible coverage. Magneton, Travis my, what's it called? Aggron. Whimsicott. I was worried it was going to bring, like, prankster weathers other than sun, but only weather move gets a sunny day, so I won't have to worry about that. War Turtle. Incredibly bulky. Mew, kind of an issue for Venusaur and other Mons, but Venusaur was what Mew worried me about the most. Chandelure absorbs pretty much walls 9 tails, although I did find some moves to hit it with. Audino, like I mentioned earlier, really bulky. But it's like, Mew, and Crobat were like the main issues I found Venusaur. And then Rotom Frost doesn't really like getting Blizzard's accuracy reduced in Sun, which I'm pretty sure is a thing. So yeah, overall pretty decent. Anyways, I think I'll end it off here. See you in week 1.